Hired Wife is a 1940 romantic comedy film starring Rosalind Russell and Brian Aherne. Plot: when Stephen Dexter, boss of Dexter Cement, competes with the giants in his industry, they strike back by threatening to get an injunction against him the next day and tie up his business if he will not cooperate. Facing bankruptcy, he still refuses to give in. Van Horn, his lawyer and longtime friend, suggests he get married that day and transfer all his assets to his new wife to get around the injunction. Stephen wants to marry his current girlfriend, blonde Phyllis Walden, but his second-in-command, Kendall Browning, has other ideas. Early on in the working relationship, she had fended off his romantic advances but has come to regret it. When Stephen sends her to see Phyllis, Kendall words the offer in such a way that Phyllis suspects it is a trap designed to expose her gold-digging motives, so she turns the second-hand marriage proposal down. Running out of time, Stephen asks Kendall to marry him. She accepts, and they fly to South Carolina to see a justice of the peace. Kendall eventually confesses to Stephen what she did to make Phyllis reject him, angering her husband. However, they have to live under the same roof to avoid suspicion that the marriage is a sham. Van Horn becomes a reluctant chaperone, rooming with Stephen. When Stephen sneaks away to a nightclub to explain things to Phyllis, Kendall follows. She runs into her handsome Latin friend Jose, who is curious to see what Stephen looks like. Kendall comes up with the idea to have the penniless Jose pose as a wealthy man to divert Phyllis. When Stephen's business competitors give up their underhanded tactics, he asks Kendall for a divorce. To his surprise, she refuses to give him one. However, the justice of the peace who married them shows up at the office and apologizes. His license had expired, so the marriage is invalid. When Phyllis and Jose separately converge on the office, he is finally revealed to be a fraud financed by Kendall. Kendall and Jose leave. Afterward, though, Stephen and Phyllis admit to themselves that they really love Kendall and Jose, respectively. Both couples are happily reunited. Cast: Rosalind Russell as Kendall Browning, Brian Aherne as Stephen Dexter, Virginia Bruce as Phyllis Walden, Robert Benchley as Van Horn, John Carroll as Jose, Hobart Cavanaugh as William, Kendall's office assistant, Richard Lane as McNabb, William Davidson as Mumford, a customer of Dexter Cement.